Hi guys! First of all, I just wanted to say thank you all for your interest in joining our team. I guess I'll start off by introducing myself. My name is Francesca Suino. I will be the president this year of the Lady IceHawks. To tell you a little bit about myself, I am a sophomore at the university studying health and human physiology. I grew up in Wisconsin, played AAA hockey my entire life, so this upcoming season will be my 13th year playing hockey. I'm not the only one on the board, though. We also have a few other members. Jocelyn is going to be our vice president this year. Kate will be our treasurer. Ashton is our public relations coordinator. Cassie is our travel officer. And Carla will be our secretary. So, yeah, we are all super excited to meet you and tell you a little bit about our team. Okay, so first of all, who are the Lady IceHawks? Well, we are the University of Iowa's women's club hockey team. We were founded in 2013, so this upcoming season will be our fourth season as a club. This is the first year that we're joining a league. We'll be a part of the Women's Central Hockey League, which means we'll be playing teams from all across the Midwest. And lastly, our home rink is located in Crowellville, Iowa at the Coleridge Ice Arena in the mall. Our mission is to provide the opportunity for all women at the University of Iowa to play ice hockey, to encourage the growth of women's hockey in Iowa, to create a smaller community within the University of Iowa, and lastly, our goal is to eventually join the ACHA in the next couple of years. So, as you guys know, any female University of Iowa student can play for us. I will note though that since we have been getting an overwhelming amount of non registered students emailing me, 80% of our team must be registered University of Iowa students, which means we can only accept a limited number of non university students. So once we get our roster of registered Iowa students, I can get back to you non university students and let you guys know how many we're going to be able to accept this year. So just keep that in mind when you email me. We also accept all skill levels, so don't worry if you've never played before. We always have quite a few new players on our team. The girls are always really supportive and will teach you guys everything that you need to know. So, why play for us? Well, first of all, hockey has a lot of great health benefits. For example, staying physically active. I know in college it's sometimes hard to find time to work out, so I've always felt that being a part of a team sport has kept me motivated to stay active. Hockey's also been known to boost self esteem and confidence in women. You can also make lots of new friends if you join our team. I know that I personally wouldn't have made half of the friends that I made last year, which was my freshman year, if I hadn't joined hockey. So it's pretty cool because we have students all the way from grad students down to freshmen. So you're connecting with women all across the university. And then there's also always the possibility of taking on a leadership position. Three of our board members, including myself, we were all freshmen last year, just like a lot of you. And now this year we're on the board. So there are a lot of great opportunities if you join our team to take on a leadership role, which also looks really good on resumes, I will note. If you're interested in traveling, we do travel a lot. I've always found it pretty cool being able to go to like other universities and cities and play teams from all over the Midwest. And lastly, hockey in general is a really unique sport for women. You don't really hear about it that much, and when you tell people that you play hockey, they think you're pretty cool. So that's always nice. And then I also will note that we are involved in a lot of cool university events. So, for example, this year we'll be a part of the homecoming parade. So, if that's something that interests you, you should definitely join our team. So this year, our on ice practices are going to be Mondays from 9 to 10 p.m. They will be at the Coleridge Ice Arena in the mall. And then we do this thing called the carpool system. So if you are a freshman or someone who doesn't have a car, instead of making you guys take the bus and bring your gear onto the bus, which would be ridiculous, we just have an upperclassman who has a car come and pick you up at your dorm or your apartment. It just saves a lot of time. It's a lot more efficient. And then not only do we practice on Mondays, but for the weeks that we have games that upcoming weekend, we will also have a practice on Thursdays. And then for the weeks that we don't have games that upcoming weekend, we will have an off-ice workout practice on Thursdays from 6:30 to 7:30 in the field house. So this year, since we are joining the WCHL, we will not have our official game schedule until the weekend after Labor Day. So that's like next weekend. But I can tell you guys that we will be playing around 10 to 16 games this season. So that's not a huge time commitment. It's 2 games per weekend, played on Saturday and Sunday. So you guys don't have to worry about missing classes or anything. We also use the carpool system for games. and then we stay at hotels on Saturdays. So it's pretty fun because you guys get to hang out with your teammates and do homework. And then our home games are going to be at the Coral Ridge Ice Arena. So I've gotten a lot of questions this year asking, what do I do if I don't have my own gear? First of all, don't worry. You can email, or when you email me about joining the team, just let me know that, and I can send you the name and number of one of our board members who owns a car, and she can take you to places like Play It Again Sports or Shields to get equipment. I will say though that for the first practice, we are only requiring a helmet, skates, and gloves for our new players. That's just because we always have a lot of players who are still kind of on the edge and they aren't really sure if they fully want to commit. So we'd hate to make you guys buy full gear when you still aren't sure. Um, I will say that depending on the person, sometimes you might also want to wear shin guards or elbow pads just because if you're falling, you want to stay as protected as possible. So yeah, it just depends. But just keep that in mind when you're emailing me. Just let me know if you need gear or not. Where to keep your gear? Well, if you are a freshman, this is usually the biggest problem. Um, Usually, a lot of our girls will give their gear to a player who lives in an apartment, and they can keep that gear for you and then bring it back for practices. I know last year I lived in a triple dorm and dom, and I really wanted to keep my gear with me, so I asked my roommates if it was okay if I kept it at the bottom of my closet, and they were okay with it. So that's always an option for you too. Also, our jerseys are club owned, but your socks come with your club dues, so your socks are yours. And then if you're interested in buying your jersey or a nameplate for the back of your jersey, like that says your last name, just let me know and I can give you guys the prices for that. Okay, so this is everybody's favorite part of the presentation where we talk about player dues. So our player dues are $1,000 per player. I know it's a lot, but don't worry, we also have a play plan, which I will talk about on the next slide, to kind of split up the cost. If you're wondering, like, why $1,000, that just seems like a lot of money. Well, the dues cover any ice time costs for practices and games. It also costs or covers the amount of money that we have to pay our referees and our coaches. And then lastly, it covers gas and travel costs and hotels. So now we're going to talk about the pay plan installments that I mentioned on the last slide. So basically, instead of paying $1,000 up front, you would instead be paying $250 for 4 months. So, I mean, guys, we know that this is expensive. If you have any issues with paying the player dues, please just come and talk to me about it. I'd love to figure it out with you together. I try to be as flexible as possible, so feel free to talk to me if the $1,000 is an issue for you, and we can try to work it out together. So hopefully you guys have seen our website and our Facebook page already. If not, please check them out. We will be trying to update our website a lot more this year. And then in terms of Facebook, please like our page. That's where we post a lot of our photos and game updates and videos. So also tell your friends and family members about us too, so that they can also stay updated with what you guys are doing. Okay, so if you guys could let me know by September 6th if you're interested in joining our team, that would be awesome. That's this upcoming Tuesday. You can email me at francescasuino@uiowa.edu, or you can text me at 262-825-7765. If Tuesday comes and you feel like you need a few more days to think about it, no worries. Just email me, let me know. As long as I kind of have an idea of what you guys are thinking and who's interested and who's not, that works for me. We're just trying to get our roster as quickly as possible because our first practice is going to be September 12th, so not this upcoming Monday, but the Monday after. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. And thank you all for your interest in our club, and I hope you all decide to join the Lady Ice Hawks.